There's been an awful lot of pessimism so far this year, and since a new year is the time to make changes in yourself for the better, an arbitrary time given the 1st of January ultimately isn't any different to any other day of the year, I just can't help myself. So to kick off this reinvention, let's look at another Netflix original. So far these have been varying in quality, on the one hand with Bob and David, on the other hand... Actually, let's not mention the other hand. Optimism, and also time limitations. F is for Family Guy, ha ha, I'm so funny, is the new cartoon series that innovates by including swearing and dark humour, just like... No, can't think of anything else. It revolves around an American family, including a mother, father and 3 kids. The father's stuck in a dead-end job, the mother tries to keep the peace, and the kids end up taking care of the parents sometimes. So as well as having a name that suggests Family Guy, any description of the premise makes it sound exactly like Family Guy, which is a shame because it's actually cleverer than Family Guy. The show doesn't really make anyone, except for the family, the butt of the jokes, and some of the jokes are incredibly dark. Due to it being set in the 70s, it does have a questionable attitude towards black and Asian cultures, but that feels like a mockery of the time rather than the people themselves. This optimism thing is going quite well. The main thrust of the show is about the father dealing with a midlife crisis. He uses TV to escape his real life, which reminds me of someone who hasn't achieved as much as this drawing has. Sorry, optimism. And his job involves constant abuse, which is amazing. The whole miserable middle-aged man of the house is, again, not unique at all, but F is for Simpsons makes it fairly unique by taking it to realistic philosophical places in ways that really only stand-up comedians can. So the whole show seems to be a lesson in not judging by the cover, but for some reason this show has picked an extremely easy-to-judge cover, and on Netflix the first thing you see of it is the cover. I feel like if you really want to make your own programme with your own level of humour, why the fuck would you take so many aspects from a show that's known for going so far off the boil that the pan erodes, gets boiling liquid all over the bloody floor, and still keep the pan on the fucking heat? Okay, now that I've gotten all that off my chest, let's round off with some optimism. The show is actually funny. I laughed a couple of times every episode, and the characters, although they mess around and do bad things, are likeable and broadly speaking quite pleasant. And there actually seems to be an overarching story for all the characters, something you don't typically see in a show like this. In summary, better than a lot of its kind, but not quite as good as Rick and Morty, and I should stop trying to be optimistic because it's sure to end in an aneurysm.